Well, John, coming into this one, so much against us in terms of illness, which you'll obviously go into, but what a shift, what a win. How are you feeling right now?
Probably relieved. I think relief was the overwhelming emotion at the final whistle, and then I started to, I suppose, get a bit excited about being able to celebrate, obviously, in front of the away fans. I thought it was probably the best away atmosphere I think I've ever experienced in football. I don't think it gets much better than that. But yeah, really relieved. Obviously elated that we won, and also the performance. I thought the performance was excellent.
There must have been sort of real disappointment for Cass, not in the starting 11, but the way he came back in and came on earlier than he probably thought he would have to come on and do that. How pleased are you with him? Yeah,
I spoke to Cass yesterday morning and obviously taking him out the side, having scored 2 on Tuesday night, and I thought he was really good as well. It wasn't just the 2 goals. That wasn't an easy decision, first of all, and it wasn't an easy thing for Cass to take, but he took it really well, trained really well yesterday, didn't sulk, got his head down, worked hard, and that's my message to the lads. You never know when you're going to be called upon, and he was called upon really early, and he made a massive difference, obviously scoring the goal, and I thought his overall game was excellent. If you look at that as an opposition centre-half, certainly from back in my day I wouldn't have wanted to play against him, wouldn't want to play against either of our centre-forwards, to be honest, so I'd be really happy with that, and the message to the lads is, it is really important that we keep on top of ourselves. The squad is massively important in terms of where we want to go with everything this season, and Cass summed that up today.
Now, we can't talk about that goal without talking about Gavin White's contribution. You must be really pleased for him.
Yeah, another one that's exactly the same as what I just said there. Gavin hasn't had the easiest of seasons through various factors, but again, he's trained well over the last couple of weeks, and he got his chance, I think, on Tuesday night to come on and make an impact, and he made a massive impact today. So, he was our second sub, but our first tactical sub. He came on, I thought he was really good for half an hour. The only thing he didn't do was put the ball in the back of the net, because he put himself in some really good positions, but he got the assist. I thought he was really lively, and that's what you want to see from Gav. I've obviously played with him, I've seen it over the years, I know how good he is. It's probably the first time in a while, probably barring the start of the season, that the fans have really seen what Gav's all about. Really pleased for him, because, like I said, it's not been the easiest of seasons.
How do you think your side adapted to that early change in the first half?
I thought they adapted really well. We had a couple of bits to sort out at half time, but to be honest, it didn't actually change the way we played. The decision to bring Cass on, obviously Christian's a centre forward anyway, and all we did was sort of swap, and we were pressing as a front two, so we just swapped Colby and Cass around in terms of who they were pressing, and I thought everybody adapted really well, and overall it was a tough game to prepare for tactically because of how good Peterborough are, and I thought the lads adjusted brilliantly.
What's the latest with Chris?
So he's got a neural hamstring problem. I think he came off against Cambridge, I think, when we played away from home with the same thing, so it doesn't keep him out for too long, but it's one of those things that we're just trying to get on top of. I think he had to come off because otherwise you risk the hamstring tearing, and also he feels like a tear, but it's not, it's a neural issue, so hopefully that's not going to keep him out for more than 2 weeks, and he'll be back ready for the Wickham game. What
else can you pinpoint in that performance that sort of got us over the line today?
I think we pressed really well, and we wanted to be aggressive against Peterborough. I've seen the sides, I've seen Peterborough play quite a bit this season, and sides sit off them, and I think if you sit off them, they can really open you up with the quality that they've got. Obviously, when you press high, you do leave yourself exposed at the back sometimes, and I was really pleased with the defensive performance. Shocks and Rags have been really good all season, and I thought, kept Peterborough relatively quiet. The most pleasing part of the defensive performance, I thought, was Jack Sparks and Zach Swanson coming in late. They only came into the team this morning, and they kept 2 of the best wingers in the league really quiet. I just thought overall pressed really well, organised ourselves really well. We showed a lot of aggression, and then the difference, I thought, between the first half and the second half is that when the ball was turned over, we showed a lot more quality than we'd done, because we nicked the ball back high up quite a few times, but when we actually got the ball down, played it forward and got ourselves into the box, we looked a better side in the second half.
And 3 changes, obviously bringing Colby in for Cass. Rafs and Paddy, illness, as you said earlier.
Yeah, Rafs and Paddy were due to start the game, and they picked up, both fell ill late last night. We were going to see how they settled down this morning. Paddy was probably the worst of the 2, so we sent Paddy home, and there was no chance he could be involved. Raf, to be fair to him, wanted to battle on and see what he could get through, so fair play to him. We never thought he was going to come on unless we really needed it, but it was one of those things. Sort of look at it this morning and think with all the injuries we've had, to pick up 2 illnesses, having worked on everything that we worked on yesterday. It was one of those. We thought, you know what, you just got to deal with it. Get the next man in the side, and Jack and Swanee I thought were excellent.
4,000 Pompey fans in absolute delirium when that goal went in. How good was it to share this afternoon with them?
It felt like we were at home at times. I've said that a couple of times this season, and I do mean it. But today it was. I came out for the warm up. I always come out for the warm up just to sort of have a look at a few bits and get a feel for things. And it was relentless in the warm up. And I said earlier, it's probably the best away atmosphere I've ever experienced. And I've played quite a few games and been to quite a few grounds, but that was right up there. So for us to be able to do that, and I always say it, for us to be able to do that and reward the away fans with 3 points and such a good performance was great.
How exciting was it to be able to share those scenes at the end with them as well?
Yeah, brilliant. Really good. And I think all the fans want to see is that aggression and that work rate that we showed throughout the game, and we know that we've got the quality off the back of that, and I thought we saw that in abundance today, because the shift that the boys put on today was brilliant. And to come away with a win away from home against, I think, Peterborough. I think Peterborough are one of the best sides in the league. I thought it was brilliant.
A couple of weeks off now. Do you think this break's come at a really good time for us?
I think it has, though we've won the game and sometimes you want to take a bit of momentum into the next one. I don't think the 2 weeks is going to kill that at all. I think we'll still have plenty of momentum going into the Wycombe game and that massive Easter weekend. I just think that with the illnesses, with the injuries that we've got, I think in 2 weeks' time we'll probably be a different outfit in terms of the squad and what that looks like. So I think it has come at a very good time.